edition of Homestead Tessie. Today, we're going to make pesto in ice cube trays. This is something I have been doing every year for probably the last 15 years. I make pesto sauce, and what I will do is I will freeze them in ice cube trays. When they're frozen, you can pop one cube out and you can use it for hundreds of different things. One thing I use it for is when I make spaghetti, I drop one of them in my spaghetti with the boiling water, or when the noodles are drained, you can add it to breadsticks. You can thaw it out and you can take a brush and you can brush breadsticks with it. You can make it with garlic bread. You can do hundreds of things. So let's get started, and I'm going to share with you the easy way of making pesto. Would you believe I did the whole thing on camera and here the battery went dead? So I'm going to do another batch of it and show you how I did it. Alright, so as you can see I cut some, we'll make more. So what I do is you cut off a bunch of leaves of basil. You can use this for any herb that you desire. It doesn't have to be basil. I've used it with parsley. I used it with thyme and oregano. Because my pesto is going to be in mostly Italian meals, I will be using the basil. So I'm just going to make a small amount here just to show you, because I already have a lot here to do. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fill olive oil. So I'm just doing a small amount because I already did. So we just put a little olive oil in there. And then what I did is I added some melted butter. Use how much butter you would like. Because if you just do the olive oil, it won't solidify when it's frozen. Olive oil doesn't freeze very nicely. So I always add a little bit of butter. That way when it freezes it gets more into a hard cube. What we add is we add a little bit of Parmesan cheese as well. Now you can add nuts, but I use this typically for after I make spaghetti. I will put one frozen cube in the noodles. I thaw out a cube and I will use that as a brush on top of breadsticks. I use it on top of baked potatoes. I use it for all kinds of Italian dishes. You can also put one frozen cube when you cook your peas or when you cook your carrots. There's just hundreds of ways to do this. So I do not add nuts to mine. This is not your traditional pesto. This is the kind of pesto that Tessie makes. Alright. Let me go, and also I put a little bit of onion powder in it as well, just to give a little more of a flavor. Let me get the lid on here and we'll work on it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pulsate it. Just to however you like it. It doesn't have to be really thin and it doesn't have to be really thick. So that's what it looks. This is what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. We're just going to add this to it. Okay. Now let me get my cookie sheet. Alright, now we're back to where we were. So, my friend in that big box gave me this, and she said this would be great for toilet fizzies, but I'm going to use it for cooking because I really like them. All that we do is so simple. All that we do is we pour a little bit in each block, just like this. And we're going to put them in the freezer uncovered until they're frozen hard and stiff. And then we will take them out of their molds and we'll put them in a plastic bag or a glass jar. And this is a wonderful way of getting some healthy nutrients. Now I did add some butter to it, but I only do that just because it makes a much better product when it's frozen. And I have been doing this for many, many years. If you want to have less basil, you can. If you want to have more basil, you can as well. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So this didn't really make that much, but I do it a couple times a year. So in the wintertime, this tastes so good. And you can also put this on top of English muffins with some mozzarella cheese and some tomatoes. Oh, really, really good. There's just endless possibilities with this. Okay, and I'm going to pan down and show you what it looks like. Alright, so that's what it looks like. And we're going to put it in the freezer. And when they're done, I'm going to pop them out and I'm going to show you what they look like for the finished product. So all it is olive oil, a little butter, some basil, some Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of onion powder. Okay, my friends, it's been 24 hours later, and let's get the pesto out of the molds. This is what they look like. Now, I really have limited freezer space, so I'm only going to make a few of these, enough to fill these jars, and I think I'm going to be able to make another batch. See how they look? That's why we add a little bit of butter to them, because that way they get nice and condensed and they stay really nice shape. Like I said, you can put this on all kinds of things. And I love the silicone mold that my friend gave me in my nice gift box the other week. And so we're going to put them all in here. Now you could put them in a freezer bag, which would save freezer space. And I may have to do that because as you see this, I am going to be getting rid of my freezer. Actually, I'm getting rid of a lot of things. So I'm not sure when this video will air, but I just love making this. And I'll probably make one more batch this summer. And I don't know if this is something that you've seen a lot of people do, or if this is something I came up with, but I've never seen anybody do it, but this is what I've been doing for many, many, many years. Let me get two more out, and we're done. Put the lid on it. And that, my friends, is my pesto. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hi, my friends. If you liked this last video, can you do me a favor? Can you share it, or like it, or make sure you're subscribed? By sharing and liking my video, it helps get my video out into the world, and YouTube recognizes that video, and I will get more views. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.